Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pasture Farm. Today, Isaac and Alex and I are giving the weaned heifers a half a bale. They're pretty good stockpile in here. I mean, it's better than what most people have this time of year. And so we're just going to give them half a bale. They've got this to graze on. A lot of the green is now out of the stockpile, and so the quality of it isn't what it was, you know, a month ago or even 2 months ago. But you know, we came over here, those heifers, well, they're grazing right now. See, they're grazing. Anyway, we got the Greg Judy Bale unroller out, and I'm telling you, as wet as it is, folks, this thing is a lifesaver. We're feeding 380 head, 3 different herds. We got the bull and the steers. These are the heifers. And then we got the cow-calf herd. And we brought 2 cows over here. We weaned them. We just weaned these 2 days ago. Man, we're so happy the way they're doing. There's 71 head in here. And you know what? We haven't had a sniffle. They're not bawling for their mothers. I mean, it's just, I think having those 2 cows in here has really helped. Anyway, on the description section of this video, I'm going to go over our suppliers. We have suppliers across the United States now carrying these bale unrollers. And I tell you, when you don't have to own a, you know, $70,000 to $100,000 tractor, you wouldn't want to put a, you know, a 6 or 7 ton tractor out here on this wet pasture. You'd absolutely destroy it. So Isaac's cranking up what we're not going to feed, and that's going to be tomorrow's feed. So yeah, 71 head, half a bale. But I do have to clarify, there is some stockpile out here. Somebody lost a glove or something. What is that? Oh. Oil can. I don't know what it is about plastic, but cattle love chewing on plastic. You see, we've got our hay stored right over here on post. We store all of our bales on post. And there he goes. He's going to take it back over there. And he's going to back it across that wire. Let's just go up there, I'll show you. Where the cattle can't get to it. And we'll unroll the rest of it in the morning. Excuse me. But there's decent stockpile out here. I mean, they've got something. See, the green's already coming up. We got hit with about 2 inches of snow yesterday morning. I mean, the wind was 45 miles an hour. You couldn't see anything. And we walked those cattle from Docks, which is about 1.5 miles from here. We had a lane built. We got them over here in these cedars, and boy, they were so happy.
You know how we store it?
Yeah, that's pretty slick.
Yep.
So now you're just lowering it down to the ground.
Yep, using the weight of the bale.
The weight of the bale to do what?
Lift your tongue off the ball.
Well, you just jacked it up.
Yep.
Folks, right there, what he just did, open that latch again. Folks, when you do this one's been hit a few times, you can see, but make sure before you pull forward that goes down. Otherwise, you'll rip your toolbox off. Your full Ask me how I know that. But yeah, just put that down. Now you're off your 2-inch ball.
Yep.
So tomorrow, just back up, hook on, you're ready to go again.
Yep. Easy as pie.
You just fed about 600 pounds of hay.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take you too long to do that either.
Nope. And then you use the pet the cat method so you can spread it out. You don't have to do much forking, right, Alex? Nope.
What do you mean, pet the cat, Isaac?
Oh, now I gotta show you.
Well, you said it. I'm going back into that fence. Oh, you do? Okay.
If you look at a bale, the way a bale was rolled up, you know, the hay's coming in and it's getting rolled this way.
Yep.
The way the pet the cat method is, you look above the center, and the direction that the grass is pointing is like if you were petting a cat, you would pet a cat smooth, with the grain of the hair, so the cat's head is facing that way. That's the way we like to unroll it. If you try to pet a cat like this, it'll claw you. So you don't do that. But that's the pet the cat method.
Okay. And by doing that, you get like a 200-yard windrow rather than it all gets dumped in, let's say, 60 yards.
Right. It's a lot easier to pitchfork then later. So.
Yeah, and the cattle, it gives them a longer area where everybody can get around it.
Yep, it's a win-win.
Yeah. What do you think about that tool there, Alex?
I mean, I think it's a good way to feed your cattle in the winter time, and a lot lighter than like a 3/4 ton truck with a hydro bed.
Yeah, well, you and I and Alex, we grabbed one bale yesterday with a hydro bed. I kind of backed off the rock a little bit to get it.
Ruts like
Oh yeah, I mean, it went like 6 foot and it left ruts. I mean, Isaac, you were making the comment today, you saw a guy driving across his pasture with a dually hydro bed, and like, how in the world?
I don't know how you don't tear up your farm. Well, I guess you just do.
You just do.
Yep.
Yeah. Folks, it's wet out here, and we've been in and out of here a few times now. There's no ruts. I mean, it's just...
You can tell it's wet by the mud on the four-wheeler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Just water.
It's muddy out here. But we're not leaving any ruts. You explain what we got going on here, Isaac?
Solar charger?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a speed right solar charger, and we've got this contraption. I don't know if you can buy this or not. Someone sent it to us, but it's just a T-post with a ground rod you can pound in, and then you can put your ground clamp on that, and you can put your hot clamp on your hot wire, and you're good. Good to go.
If you're watching this video, sir, whoever sent this to me, I don't have your contact information, but get a hold of me, email me, and I'll give you a plug for this so people can use this, because it
works pretty good.
It works good for your solar charger, because when we drive this in the ground, there is your ground.
Yep.
And
it's
I use
temporary stuff.
It's
not a permanent
that's right.
fence. It's a temporary fence.
So here's your ground cable. Here's your hot cable, and all you gotta do is reach up here and go like that. Folks, this thing's hot. I touched it yesterday with the charger tester, and it was 9,700 volts. So, yeah. And it's just, all it's powering is this bundle of hay here, so the cattle can't get into it. And the boys pull forward, they'll raise this wire back up, turn that puppy back on, we're ready to go. So it's a win-win for temporary fencing where you need power. We've got another one up there by the water tank. And then we start strip grazing. I've got a little bitty one. That darn thing's putting out almost 6,000 volts. So it's, that deal right there, the gentleman that made that with that T-post, that's pretty good. Pretty good design, I think.
Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
So, yeah, I like simplicity.
Yeah. We have used just fence T-post and a barbed wire fence too, and that works good too. But if you don't have fence,
Some places you don't have that.
If we're on a pond or whatever, we use that quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this unroller over here, I noticed it's got the springs on it. You want to explain what the springs do for you, Isaac, on each side?
Yep. So when you're jacking the bale up over center, if you didn't have those springs on it, it has a chance to fall and come crashing over center and could hit you. So that just keeps a little bit of back tension to keep that from happening. It's not enough to cause you trouble lifting it up, but
yeah,
just a safety thing. And those require grease.
Well, we just got through feeding. It was close to 100 bales over there on Dave and Sue and Ryan's bottom. It was cold. That was a period when it was down in, there's a few mornings there, it was like 12 below wind chill and all that crap. But this is the tool that you used, and you rolled it over broom sedge and his hay field. And yeah. I'm telling you what, you all put down
some
some.
good stuff. We just went edge to edge with
Yep.
hay. So
Yep.
wherever I left off, I went right back in beside it, and it knocked it down.
You got a homogeneous coverage of manure.
Yeah, it looks good. Hopefully that broom sedge is gone next summer. So
I'm telling you what, broom sedge doesn't like trampling and fertility, and you all gave it both.
mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to see what it looks like this summer.
Yeah, me too.
And that was the same field that I put clover on 2 years ago. I've never seen a single plant come up.
So probably this year might be the first year.
Well, we got the rain.
Yep.
And we got a nice rain, and then we got the snow just yesterday, a late snow. Made it really wet and soft. But folks, with an ATV and an unroller like this, you can take your... I have a slogan that says, if you're going to feed hay, make it pay. And get that stuff out across your pasture. And then in the growing season, you get another benefit from it, from growing more grass. So we were in Issac Valley, Manderley Farms, and Elson was telling us when they first came there, their fertilizer bill was $100,000 a year. $100,000. And
For a lot of cow pies.
and Elson and them, you know what the fertilizer bill is today? Zero. But Elson's moving the animals. They put out some water so they've got management of their farm now. We've got pretty lucky on this farm. We've got some pressurized water. So it's working out fairly well. Look at those calves. Some of them aren't even eating the hay. They're just eating the grass.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah. They're going to grow like tumbleweeds here now. They're taking off. All we had was the cold weather, and then we got the rain, and then we got the little snow, and now it's supposed to get up in the 60s tomorrow, and the rest of the week, I believe. No, didn't you see that, Alex?
Yep.
It's supposed to be extremely warm, so I don't know. I'm guessing the peepers are out.
Peepers, 3 times the peepers are out in the springtime.
You said 3 times?
That's what my dad always said, but that's different in Michigan than in Missouri.
It may be the same.
It might be. I've heard them twice so far, so one more time.
One more time in the spring. Well, Alex, you and I saw the buzzards.
Yep. Oh yeah, they're coming back.
And buzzards do not winter here. They go south.
I did see some robins today, so
yep.
they're coming.
Yep. Haven't heard, well, I haven't been up early enough to hear the turkeys gobble yet. They might be gobbling already too. So anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to show you all our setup here. When you get things set up like this, these bales are placed in here in August, July, somewhere in that time period. And they're all placed on logs. And so when you go to feed them in the wintertime, the bottom's not all rotten on them. Yeah, I mean, look at this. There's nothing. That bale looked like it was just baled yesterday. And look at these. They're just, you're keeping them up off the ground. But when it does rain, it doesn't puddle underneath the bale. And if you lay them on the ground, the water hits this netting, it follows the netting around the bale, and it sets down there in a puddle. And next thing you know, a third of the, well, I've seen bales that are rotted clear up to here. You've lost a foot of good hay off the bottom of your bale just because you didn't keep it up off the ground. And I'm really a big believer now in cedar. These cedar logs are much better than oak. And that's because they don't rot. They're lighter. They're like 1/4 the weight of an oak log. So we're gonna go cut some more cedars. I've got a buddy that cut a bunch of cedars down. If he's listening to this video, he might be. His name's Kevin. Kevin, maybe come over to see you and just get some of those logs. I mean, they must have cut down, I don't know, 150 cedars on them, maybe more than that, 200. And the foresters just left them. They're just laying there in the woods, not doing any good for nothing. And they've got that, they're not big enough really for a saw log, but they make good bale logs. So, hint, hint, Kevin, we might be coming to see you. Anyway, I'm going to get out here. You all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.